You can see the clock starting to move. Stephanie Gilmore versus Silvana Lima, one for the ages. And at the halfway mark of this heat, you'll see Carissa Moore and Keely Andrew get in the water.
I hope to. I'm still doing good backhands, and yeah, let's go to the next one.
And moving ahead in the rounds to the round of 16, you're sitting in the top 6 on the Jeep Leaders board. How are you feeling going into the ending half of the season?
Which is fine. Still plenty of time to go. Here she goes now.
Gilmore being very patient in this 46-minute heat, now getting her first run. Speed turns just to keep up the pace of this racetrack. Now getting out in front. And she'll end up with a float down the line. It was almost like that wave at J-Bay. It was like, let's race. How fast can you go? Gilmore kept the pace.
Beautiful first turn here from Steph as she comes off the bottom. As you said, Joe, this wave wanted to go fast, so Steph really didn't have a lot of time to open up with some big turns. You can see how she's further up the board, just trying to get the speed going. Now she gets back on the tail, and there's that lip line float with a little tricky ending. So the best wave of the heat so far, a bit of a slow start. So 2:17 and a 0.5 for Silvana, so this is going to be the best wave of the heat, but Steph really had to work to get around that section. Racing off down the line and just managing enough time to get that lip line float to finish off.
DNA, that's the model. He's utilizing different bottoms. He's going double concaves, single concaves, and he's moving that in and out as far as the depth in those concaves.
Love that breakdown. Beautiful. And we love that this will be on the heat analyzer, so you can pause, rewind, and learn exactly everything that Pete's passing on, growing up in a shaping room, making his own boards as well for so many years. Steph Gilmore laying into the open face there, and she'll end up going down. It's always a tough feeling when you're on a board at J-Bay and you're scared to turn because you feel like you can't control it. Yep. So these world's best surfers have their equipment dialed and they're ready to push hard. Lima down the line. Drops that back shoulder, gets nice and stylish through the carve. Times that lip line float, and she will show the judges control basically over the rocks.
Wow.
And she's going to hope to have her fin still in that surfboard.
There's commitment right there for Silvana Lima.
So and she committed to that.
You can't exactly jump off there either because there's no water to jump into. So it's a catch-22. Beautiful opening maneuver there for Silvana Lima. Just takes her time right now, waiting for it to stand up through that inside bowl. Now she gets nice and low. There's that nice shearing maneuver. Straight into the next one. So stitching it together beautifully. Finish strong, which she did. Showing the judges control. She rides out of it. Ticks all the boxes. So it's a great little comeback wave for Silvana. Steph with a 5.17, a 2.57. Silvana looking for a 5.57. And that was great surfing now. I like the control she used. She didn't try and oversurf it.
Gilmore in motion. The defending event champ, already with a few turns out of the way, carving section there. Gilmore on a smaller section. She's going to kick out and look for more of a wall. Her best score still her start at a 5.17. The setup, obviously, when it's pumping and snapper, you got the behind the rock going over sand. When the wave gets bigger at J-Bay, it pushes off the rocks a bit. This is Gilmore now running down the line. Snaps it off the lip. Here's a quick float. The 7-time world champ, clean frontside carve. The wrapping turn there from one of the most stylish surfers in history. She'll eject off the roof on the float.
Wow, that was dangerous.
And save the board known as the cash cow.
She needs a 3.68 to take the lead. She's going to get that. Let's have a look at this wave again. Some great surfing up until that point, Joe. Nice, beautiful floating turn, and there's that trademark move. I mean, no one does that better than Steph Gilmore. And again, just so smooth, so clinical between turns. And then right here, hits the eject button. Smart move there from Steph Gilmore. It was enough to get the lead. Let's have a look again and see her assessing the situation, and hits the eject button.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to go one better this year.
Well, your rival in that final is out there in the lineup. She's just assumed the lead with her last ride. Came through at a 6. Silvana Lima now looking for a score. Needs a 4.5. Bit of a wobble there, but recovers. Has done some great surfing in the event already. But had a bit of downtime on this ride. Still working it over.
Your people that handle the pressure oh so well. Here's Stephanie Gilmore.
Yeah, she seems to be handling it better than just about anyone at the moment, Stephanie Gilmore. Even though she has taken a couple of falls in this heat. One thing we've noticed in 2019, Lake, is Steph is staying on her feet a lot more, and as a result, collecting big results. Look at the results. She's in a great position. No throwaways really just yet. We often say on the women's side, quarters can maybe be throwaways. That's often the case at the end of the year, but Carissa has made the final series at every stop so far. Stephanie Gilmore also been very sharp in that same boat. Has made it to the quarters or better at every event so far. At the moment, trying to get rid of a 5.17. This one's not going to work out for her. Our attention's a little more focused on Heat 1 here at the moment. And Silvana Lima only needs a 4.5 to get herself in front. And she takes off on a wave that just isn't going to let her find any open face.
Lots of waves in this set, and I just started to sort of think about Silvana without priority. Might be a nicer place for her to be without it, but Steph's using it here.
Well, Gilmore starts with a beautiful turn in the seeding round. Surf with a lot of authority and not holding anything back here as she hammers down the line. A lot of speed, clean float, just loses the landing. The replay of Gilmore's last ride.
7.27, let's look, lovely first turn. Great speed, great energy. Came out firing it, and all of a sudden, if you're a judge, you're excited too because that energy's got you involved. Kind of a conservative line there into the floater. Lost the footing a little bit, but it didn't matter much. Oh, both ladies looking at the priority there. Wonder whether Caroline, oh, they both knew. Oh, nerve-wracking times.
That's an interesting scenario. Not some of the later turns, but we'll see what she got done on the outside now.
Oh, that was the first turn, that re-entry into the lift. Look at this wave. It's just beautiful on the face. Drives from behind. Lovely off the top. That's 2 turns. Gets stuck for a little while. Manages to get back in front of it as we cut to this other angle. She get anything in here. Pumping, driving. She needs another turn, and then that wave gets her and she comes unstuck.
The requirement had grown too because we were waiting on scores for Stephanie's last wave to come through. 7.27 was the number. And now Silvana's after a 6.61 from this wave. I think it's pretty fair to say that she won't get there with this one. She'll have to head back out. With just on 4.5 minutes to go. And Stephanie Gilmore's going to survive around a 16, getting the win over Silvana Lima.
Well, she managed that priority, didn't allow Silvana to get another chance.
Well, in a moment, we'll introduce another big heat with 3-time world champ Carissa Moore hitting the lineup with Keely Andrew.